With the news of many retrenchments lately, you can't help but feel anxious about the uncertain future. You'll be thinking like, will I be next? And what will happen if I get retrenched? Jane and I are fortunate and blessed that we still get to hold on to our jobs for now, but we empathize with those who have been retrenched and laid off recently. And we'll be lying to say that we are not worried and anxious about the possibility of us, either one of us, getting retrenched in the future, which is why today we make this video. So in light of all that's happening, we would just like to share some of our thoughts on how to navigate all these uncertain waters of retrenchment, and maybe we can come out a little bit better or stronger on the other side. Whether you are affected by these layoffs or not, we feel that maybe this food for thought might be able to help you one way or another. I'm not sure if you've experienced this before, but having worked in our corporate jobs for a couple of years, we can sometimes see ourselves, hustling and bustling with our careers, especially while working from home, and we find ourselves tying our identity into our work and maybe sometimes also our self-worth as well. I think it's natural to feel dissociated when someone loses his or her job. After all, you spend most of your time in your job, in your careers, rather than time spending with your families and your friends.
Sir, are you listening to me, sir? Sir, I'm talking to you! Sir!
But I guess it's really important to remember that we are not our job, and having our careers are just a part of who we are. Maybe it's time to sit down and reflect on what our passions and interests are outside of our work. What are the things that makes us feel so energized and alive and also hopeful about life?
I am so pumped up!
Maybe it can be something as simple as going out for a run, or just spending quality time hanging out with your friends or your loved ones. By doing things that gives us joy, perhaps it can also give us a sense of purpose and meaning in life. Retrenchments can be traumatic, and it's important to process your emotion while coming into terms with what has just happened. So if you have the capability or capacity to do so, don't just rush into your next move just because you feel that there's a need to do it. Perhaps this could be a call for you to take a step back, sit down, breathe, and really figure out who you are. This could also be a perfect opportunity to do the things that you've been longing to do, like traveling, getting a new hobby, or even starting the new side hustle that you haven't had time to think about. For instance, our last trip in Nepal changed our perspective about life, and it was definitely an eye-opener for both of us. Not just because of the amazing views and culture, but it also made us realize that finding joy in life can be as simple as having a quiet cup of milk coffee after a long, exhausting day of trekking, enjoying the tranquility of the sunrise and sunsets, and most importantly, spending quality time with the people I care about the most. That made us question the meaning of chasing material success, when the answer to finding our definition of happiness is right in front of us all along. All of our KPIs, OKRs, and career aspirations don't seem as important and relevant as having and creating a life on our own terms from that point onwards. By giving yourself a break from a career, you'll definitely come back stronger and more focused, and we definitely encourage you to do so. While you're deciding on your next steps, it's still beneficial to think about your career priorities since you still have to pay for the bills. Are there any skills or gaps that you'd like to fill so that you go up to the next level? Are you open to take risks, or do you want to play it safe? No matter which company you move on to next, it's important to acknowledge and internalize that as employees, unfortunately, we are still a budgeted and therefore expendable headcount for the business. And with disruptions and uncertainties getting more and more unpredictable, it's good to have a plan B to fall back on. We suggest starting an emergency fund for rainy days based on expenditure, so it's good to save and set aside at least 6 months of expenditure so that you have a peace of mind. In addition, it would definitely be helpful to figure out ways that you can continue to build your financial stability, or even better, build replacement income so that you can have more options for yourself and take charge of your livelihood. There are tons of information and resources out there, so don't be afraid to explore different options and see which way works the best for you. Retrenchments are tough, but they don't have to define us. By focusing on the things that brings us joy and purpose, we will definitely ride through this crisis better and stronger. We hope that this food for thought might help you in one way or another. If you have any tips or advice that you'd like to share, feel free to drop in a comment below. And if you find this video helpful in any way, feel free to like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. We'll see you in the next video. So this is Awkward Potato signing out.